Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. It's actually been about 2 days since I've last recorded or even played on this world. Just kind of giving it a break. I've been working on a few things on my SMP or on my modded server and stuff too. But yeah, I basically took a few days away from this so that I could finish up uploading some of the videos to free up some more drive space, because that was pretty much what was causing the lag spikes. Like I mentioned, probably something wrong with my hard drive. I'm not too concerned about it right now. I'll work on getting a new one. What I'll probably do is just get a one of my five. I've got an extra 500 gig that isn't hooked up to it right now because I don't have room in my case for it. Like literally, my new graphics card that I got in here is way too big. Make sure I'm still playing on hard. Good. Is way too big, so I had to take out the extra hard drive that I had in there. So as a result, of course, I don't have that to put my videos that I record onto. I'm sure if I had that in there again, I could easily get back gain back that extra 500 gigs that I could dedicate to my video recordings. Now I built this bridge over to my nether portal. I like how it looks, actually. I really like how it looks. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I probably overuse redwood logs and redwood itself. But it's just so easy for me to get. How could I avoid using it? I also kind of changed this up so that now there's this is what the back of it looks like. Just some glass. I'm gonna give the nether a break though. I've done a lot of stuff in the nether, probably not necessarily on camera, but I'm pretty much sick and tired of the nether. We're honestly not really gonna do much of anything there anyways, so why worry about it? But what I do want to get into today, hey, sweet, Diligent Princess. Diligent we'll get into. Diligent is going the right direction. Oh, Diligent here too, with a stringy comb, and then Cultivated. See, this is good. This is heading in the exact direction I wanted to get into. But what I want to work on is I want to actually build a building for all my bees to go in. In the meantime, I've actually got a few other things I would like to do while some of the stuff that I need for that is getting done, because there's a lot of stuff that it's going to need. Well, it's mostly going to need just a lot of glass, which I don't currently have. But in the meantime, I want to get rid of these posts. Probably all my torches all together would be nice. How am I doing on energy down here? I don't have any coal or anything. Okay. I'm going to get some glass pulverizing, or some sand pulverizing, and then the glass being smelted. I'm going to grab 5 stacks of cobblestone. That's going to be a stack for the pulverizer and 4 stacks for the buffer. Is this charcoal? Yeah, let me grab 6 more. By the way, you may notice, it depends on how observant you are, that my videos now, the mouse clicking is a little bit different than what it used to be. I'm pretty sure you haven't noticed. Most people wouldn't really pay attention to that. But if you've noticed that it's more annoying, it's because I'm using a wired mouse specifically for when I record. I've still got my wireless mouse, but the reason I use the wired mouse is because I had too many occasions where the battery would die in it, and I would have to interrupt the recording to go recharge the battery. So I finally got to a point where I just decided to go for a wireless, or a wired one that I use whenever I am recording, and a wireless one for the entire other time. So yeah, what I do think I want to do, how am I doing on iron? Yeah, I think I can spare 31 iron. I think I want to put that looting enchant on a new sword. There it is. Let's take a look at a new sword. I don't want to waste looting on the last bit of this sword, and while I know I can go through and repair it later, I really just don't see the point in wasting the looting on it. But like I said, we're going to use an anvil, by the way, if you guys didn't know about these. They're pretty cool, and that still works on top of it. Good. So we're going to do this real quick. Wow, that only cost me 3 levels. What if I named it 10? I'm going to name it, that way it'll help me out later down the road as far as repairing it. Interesting. I'm gonna name it sort of swag. Not swag as in what you guys think it is. Swag Swag has other meanings, and I just realized after I named that what you guys think it is not at all what I'm intending for it to mean. Swag is actually a term that goes back further than the new, the new modern perspective of what it means. Swag actually is another term used for basically free stuff. So keep that in mind that I did not name it sort of swag because of you know, swag being something we all got, but swag being free stuff basically, because I am getting free stuff out of the sword. We're gonna go ahead and start putting our bees away and stuff, managing our bees. So yeah, you notice we got some diligent, and this guy actually produced a stringy comb. Stringy comb is fantastic. What it does is, if I can't actually show you the uses of it because I updated NEI, and NEI no longer, I had to remove the NEI plugins add-on that I had for it. God, I hate that. I had to remove the NEI plugins that basically allows you to see some of the extra forestry and buildcraft recipes. So we still have most of the recipes, but a few of them are still gone as a result of this. But what I was trying to say though, stringy comb can actually be used in a... Okay, not just that. Okay, I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to show up. It can be used in this thing called a centrifuge. And the centrifuge will basically take any of these combs we've got, all these combs, it'll turn it into basically something... it'll turn it into a product that we can actually use, which will be pretty nifty. I'm just going to check on the farm real quick. Which will be pretty nifty, having something that we can actually use come out of this. I need to check on the farm, make sure those weeds haven't come back. It doesn't look like it. Good. I know I should probably harvest it, but I'm not going to. I'm not in the mood to right now. So, like, the Diligent line actually produces these stringy combs, which is one of the really big things. Now, since I've got these bees that are going to start producing useful combs, we're going to put these proven frames in them. Proven frames are not able to be crafted, but they're the best version of a frame. And what frames do is basically they allow you to... a bee with a frame, like an apiary with a frame in it, if it has a bee, the bee will produce more products than it normally would. So, for example, maybe out of one bee we'll get 1 honeycomb, with a frame we'll get 9. Just an example. Let me put this away, by the way. I don't know why I forgot about you. I didn't mean to forget about you. But yeah, let's see, we've got a nice new sword. Rubber Tree Farm is over there doing its thing still. I wouldn't mind getting into just a little bit of automation. I don't want to go too crazy with it. I was just kind of thinking a little bit as far as getting our items that we, getting our bees going, basically, is my plan. Because our bees are great and stuff. They're getting to a point where I'm going to probably want to start automating them. I always wait until I get a bee that I'm happy with before I automate it, because if I automate it too early, I'd have less control over what I get. So while those bees are breeding and I'm kind of getting to a better point, we're going to get some better lighting. I hate these pillars so much, you guys don't even know. So I've got some bone meal. I'm going to grab 6 pieces of redstone, 3 glowstone dust, and then I'm going to need some glass panes. I'm thinking I'm going to need about 3 of these. Hopefully, that's all. So I'm going to make some... Oh, I don't actually need sticks. I've already got sticks. Let me come over here and get my 3 sticks that I need. I'm going to be making some red power lamps. Red power lamps are basically... they're pretty cool in my opinion. So in order to do this, I'm actually going to be making the inverted power, or the inverted version of a lamp, which is going to allow me to not give it power, and it'll still be lit, which is what I want. So if I combine 1 glowstone, 1 redstone, and 2 of any dye color, I can get 2 white lumars. And for every 2 white lumar, or with those 2 white lumars, I can take them with this recipe, glass panes, and a redstone can go here, and it will be a normal lamp. But I'm going with inverted, so it's going to be a redstone torch instead. And this is going to get me an inverted white lamp. These guys are pretty cool in my opinion. I'm just going to dump some of this stuff in here. So I'm going to tear down these ugly pillars. They're terrible. Don't know what I was thinking. And instead, we'll put down these awesome inverted white lamps. So if it matters, they do provide a full brightness level, but I just think they look a lot better than glowstone or redstone lamps, vanilla redstone lamps. And you see, this makes this room feel a lot more open as well, which is pretty nifty, pretty nice at least. Oh, I ran out of charcoal in my engines. Oh. So yeah, what do I want to build my apiary out of? I'm thinking that would be a decent thing to figure out sometime soon. Put some more charcoal in these guys. I think that might be enough glass to kind of get started. So I'm going to stick down my portal right there. And, you know, something I realized I really could use a farm for is flax. So I'm just going to make a flax farm real quick. It's going to be more of a manual flax farm, as in, like, something something I use as I need. As far as bone meal, I'll just bone meal it. But yeah, let me, I thought I had a hoe. Maybe I broke it. Oh, one thing, there, I was using the stone hoe. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on using it. One thing I did think about doing, though, is since I don't really need steel anytime soon, even on my mod server where I have a tunnel bore, which if you don't know what it is, you'll see it soon enough. I'm gonna probably start recording on that server soon, showing you guys all the stuff I've gotten done, because I actually prefer tour styles on a server, at least, where other stuff goes on other than the stuff you do. But yeah, I haven't even used it on there. I've got like 27 steel ingots, but I haven't even used them. So I'm going to take my steel leggings and put them on, because really on this map, the safer we are, the better. As far as armor goes, because of the difficulty. I'm not too concerned about playing on hard. I've played on hard before. I've played on hardcore. I actually currently have a hardcore map, as you guys have already heard me say. Of course, my mouse, there it is. But, you know, I would prefer stay on the safe side if I can. Avoid deaths where I can, whatever, you know how it is. So I think we're going to go ahead and start building an apiary. I'm kind of excited about this. We're going to build literally a room or a building dedicated to my bees. So you see we're getting these stringy combs. That guy is actually still a hybrid, so that's why we're getting both comb types out of it. I'm going to take a nap real quick, and then we're going to start building this. I'm trying to think of a decent size to build it, because I don't even know what shape I want to build it in, honestly. Or where I want to build it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to take a look around here. We want it to be in this biome, that's for sure. How about up here? This actually looks like a really decent spot for an apiary. So, let me think. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. Let's do 12. So let's see, I wasn't counting. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? Yeah, 11. Okay. So that's what I thought. Trying to throw me off. Not cool. So, the reason I want so much glass is because I want the top of this thing to be, I want the top of this thing to be glass. The reason I need it to, or actually need it to be glass, I don't necessarily care about want or need, but it needs to be glass for function. The reason this is the case is because if apiaries don't have a clear view of the sky, they won't work. Your bees will not function at all. Which kind of defeats the purpose of having an apiary if they don't work. So yeah, we're eventually going to move our bees into here. But the actual thing that this building is for the automation behind our bees. And I'm kind of thinking this is going to be a decent height as well. So yeah, while it may bother a lot of you guys, the floor is also going to have to be grass. It doesn't have to be all grass, but I've found that it just looks better if you leave all of it grass than trying to keep some of it with a livable or a suitable material for flooring, and then just have grass blocks where you have to have them. I find it easier to just keep it all grass. I want this one block taller. So yeah, the other day, I want to say it was Tuesday morning, I want to say, I wasn't able to get a video out. I do apologize, that wasn't actually supposed to happen. But unfortunately some things ended up going on with my computer that I did not tell it to do. If you read the description of that video, you already know what I'm going to go over right now, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it anyways. I need something to talk about. Apparently, Windows Update felt that it was required to install a unnecessary update in the middle of the night while I was sleeping. Because if you guys don't know, I upload videos when I go to bed, because it makes the upload time go by, obviously, because, you know, you're not actually sitting there waiting for it. My upload speeds aren't terrible, but they're not that great. I mean, not good enough that I can actually... I mean, it's bad enough that I've decided to wait until nighttime to upload a video, obviously. So it's not amazing. Oops. I'm only 6 short. Oh well. No fall damage for the win. And what I'm going to do, remember, for once I remembered. I usually end up forgetting, but for once I remembered that I have my portal. So we're just going to come over here and see how the smelting process is going. I'm already out of charcoal. Charcoal does not last long in these guys. Oh, and I see what happened. Great. So not only am I out of charcoal, but it kind of wasted the energy. It didn't waste it really. It just wasn't as efficient as I would have hoped it would have been. I'll just use planks for now. I only need 6 more pieces of glass, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to obviously go ahead and smelt excess anyways. But yeah, if you guys are not aware, the actual recipe from the cobblestone pulverizer recipe for cobblestone is actually going to output a chance of gravel. And what happened is the gravel is set to output on that side into the furnace, and it did, and gravel cannot be smelted. So it was like, hey, guess what? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't do anything with this. You're crazy. To which I promptly reply, yes I am. So let's take a look at this. See, stringy comb. I'm going to go ahead and one at a time move these, because if I do it multiple at once, I'll forget which one had what bee, and I want to keep them. It's not about keeping the bees to their apiary, because it doesn't really matter. But I don't want to mix up any drones if there are any bees in there that have not been bred together yet. So, just in case, it's just better to go ahead and move them one at a time. And, yeah. So this is the apiary. I'm going to put some torches up, because this could be bad if I didn't. I'm kind of hoping just torches is going to be enough, that I won't need something in the middle. So yeah, oh yeah, I also need a door. And I've actually come up with a design, let me rephrase that, because I almost made myself sound like I stole an idea that was not mine. I found a design by someone on the Loochcraft server. If you watch Sopmeat on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about, who had made an interesting door contraption that apparently mobs cannot figure out. Didn't know this until I saw this video, and I was quite amazed, actually. But this right here, mobs apparently cannot figure this out. I don't know why, but zombies, of course, cannot break down these doors. And the hitbox on these is just right so that you can walk on pressure plate. So now we've got automatic doors, and I don't have to waste iron, and I can still keep the natural wood look that I wanted for this building, because I really wanted to keep a wood feel to this entire building. But of course would not normally be able to do so. Now of course this guy's not doing anything because it doesn't have any flowers. We'll fix that as I continue to move the bees and stuff over here. The really big thing I'm concerned about moving. I lost the diligent trait on that one. I'll wait until I move it to read it again. What I'm actually concerned about moving the most is the apiarist chest, because it's got all the bees in it, and they're just going to spew out everywhere. I know I was just talking about the flax farm as well. Give that a second. Decided that I want to go ahead and do this real quick. Then I'll get into the flax farm. It's just going to be literally a tiny one that I'm going to do very little with, really. I think, do I want that there or there with another apiary here? I don't know. I think this would be better. And then let's go ahead and breed these and hope we get something decent. Yeah, cultivated is what I was expecting. I was just hoping to see something different for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, the proven frames, as I've briefly mentioned before, they grab some flowers for the road for the new apiary. The frames, though, those will help increase the productivity of your bees, basically. But the really big thing about them is the fact that they the good ones, or the best ones, I should say, the proven frames can only be found in, or basically through a village, in some sense of that. Basically, while you can technically find why not can I talk now? Since you can, you can only get them through a village. Either they will be in one of the apiaries in the apiarist villager's house, or more likely the apiarist villager will have them for trade. Usually the deal is 1 emerald for 6 of them, which isn't that bad since 1 apiary can only hold 3 at once anyways. But just keep that in mind. And I think we're just about done here. Done moving stuff over. What would really help is if I had a portal to the inside of there. I should have done that. Let me make sure I put the right portal in the right spot. So I'm going to put this chest here, and I'm going to put all my bee-related products in here. And then, this is the one that's going to really suck. What I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take a dive and just do this. And I know it's getting nighttime, of course. I'm not ignoring that. I'm just trying to get this stuff moved over really quickly, and then I'm going to take care of the nighttime. I had a lot of bees. Of course, I'll go through and organize this chest in just a minute, too. Just my concern is getting all my bees off the floor. Alright, so let's go take a nap real quick, and then I'll come back and organize that chest real quick. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff going on. Nothing really interesting going on in my life right now. Still not working for just a few more days at this point. But nonetheless, it's pretty boring until I do start work again. And let's see, how are we doing? How are we doing? Cultivated, woohoo! So let's see, I want modest. Meadows Princess, Marble Princess, another Meadows Princess. There we go. So I'm starting to, what I'm basically doing right now is I'm working on taking the mutations, they're the mutated bees, and putting them on a separate page. And any of the bees that are just natural bees, they may have minor mutations. I'm talking about major ones, like if it's a cultivated instead of just being marbled or whatever. So yeah, I'm just trying to separate these guys out a little bit and make it easier to go through here and sort of find stuff. If I ever needed to find anything in here, I could do it pretty easily if I wanted to. That way I don't have to be sitting here for 20 minutes trying to find one bee when I could just say, hey, I know what page that's on. There, much better. Nicely organized. So yeah, let's see. Bees are doing fine. Yeah, I actually think we're going to take a risk here. I mean, regardless, we're going to have a bee. We're not gonna lose a bee here. That's kind of the big thing, is that we just have a bee of some type, which we will. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the automation of bees. I know a lot of you guys are probably already well aware of how to do this, but some of you guys may not be. And if you're not, you know, congratulations, you're about to learn how to automate bees. And if you are, sorry for the repeat, but, you know, hey, you'll live. One thing I do want to mention is Buildcraft updated the 3.4.0. It's still for Minecraft 1.4.6 or 1.47 if that's the case may be for us, but still, I just wanted to note that updated, and NEI also updated, which I mentioned earlier, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what's been going on as far as the mods go. Let's see though, what did I put? No, I put on my wood over here. So I'm gonna need some redstone for this, actually quite a bit more than that. Some iron, let me think, I think just 4 for now. Actually no, I need a lot more than that. I need 12. And then I've got my wood. I'll need quite a bit of cobblestone as well. And then, where did that go? Where'd that other stack? There it is. And then I'm going to, my FPS is actually doing pretty decent today as well. Knock on wood. I need some glass. Glass is going to be quite necessary for this. So we're going to start off with a basic vanilla recipe, a recipe you guys should be well aware of, which is that for a piston. I need 4 pistons. I also need some more wood real quick. That'll be plenty. And then I'm going to need some sticks, and with the sticks we're going to make wooden gears. Wooden gears are basically a component from Buildcraft. Most of this, by the way, is going to be using Buildcraft since it's pretty much the most convenient to do this with, especially as Forestry was based around Buildcraft. You can do this with Red Power, but doing it with Red Power involves a lot more work than is really necessary. In my opinion, at least, it's a lot more work than really should be necessary. So yeah, so with our wooden gears, I'm making 4 of these at once, by the way. That's why I've got so many resources. Dang it, they still have not fixed this. Buildcraft needs to get their crap together as far as the wood dictionary. There's this thing called the Minecraft Wordroid Dictionary. Most of you guys are pretty well aware of it. It's what allows you to use one mod's copper in another place, so on and so forth. Well, Buildcraft has not implemented that in their recipes yet, so I can't use redwood planks for this recipe, but I can use it for just about anything else. In this situation, I'm actually forced to use a vanilla plank, which is stupid. So I'm making 4 of these redstone engines. Redstone engines are... oh crap, I just sorted that. That's going to take a second. There we go. Redstone engines are the most basic type of engine. They run off of redstone. If you right click on it, nothing happens. There's no GUI. It just produces enough energy to do bare minimum. These are generally used to pull out items, which is what I'll be using them for. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I actually just realized I need, do I need that? I don't think so. So now we're going to get into piping. I need a special pipe from the mod called Additional Buildcraft, or Additional Buildcraft Objects, different mod. Additional Pipes, my apologies. And this recipe is pretty costly, but it's still pretty good. We're going to need insertion transport pipes. Basically, these are going to use 2 of these iron gears. You saw that basically it uses older gears that we've already known how to make and tiers them up each time. There's gold gears and diamond gears as well as some copper and tin and bronze ones that are added by separate mods. And what other one was I just thinking about that was kind of interesting? I can't remember. Why can't I remember that? Strange. Regardless, we're going to get insertion transport pipes. Insertion transport pipes, along with our wooden transport pipes, are pretty much going to be the majority of what we use these, or what we use as far as pipes go. We also are going to need a wrench. I don't think I've made a wrench yet. Let me just make sure about that. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. Let me just... No, I haven't. Okay, good. If you guys don't know, that's a method of searching your any inventory, really. I don't know why I just made 2 of these. I only needed 1. I'll just make the extra gear. Doesn't matter. So with a stone gear and 3 pieces of iron, I can make a wrench. Now this is a Buildcraft specific wrench. This wrench only works with other Buildcraft pipes and mods that have specifically been written to allow for them to be used. I keep on sorting this and I can't. Used to be able to, but you can't now. Thank you, Elevar. Just kidding. I'm actually really happy RP2 is out. Trying to think of anything else we may need. I don't think we really need anything. Oh, you know what? We do need a. Let me head back to the apiary real quick and grab out of here 4 more of these honeycombs. I'm going to get myself another apiarist's chest. This is basically what I'm going to... This is the method I'm going to use to sort of filter out bees from other items that come out of the apiary. It's a really roundabout way, and it's not terribly roundabout, but it's a more or less unnecessarily roundabout way of doing things and what has to be done. I'm also going to make some cobblestone transport pipes. These are basic transport pipes that will allow you to move things around. And last but not least, we need an iron transport pipe, which will basically act as a one-way pipe. So if we have a pipe here with... Oh hey, the placing sounds are fixed. Good, because I hated them being broken on SMP. Maybe it's just on SMP that they're broken. If I whack it with one of these wrenches, you can see I can change the side of the output, so these dark sides are closed, which means only can be input, basically. Only an item going in this direction can go in. It can't go out this side. And then we have the clear side, which is the way it's going to go out. So I'm going to break these guys, and we're going to go automate our bees. Basically, the way this is going to be done... Oh, I actually forgot redstone torches. We're going to... Well, we can use levers, I guess. I'll just use levers. The way this is going to be done is actually quite simple. I'm going to do this all 4 times. So I'm going to do it once for each and every one of these apiaries, and it's going to be pretty complex to do, but it'll be pretty fun. In the end, it's just going to be something we can basically leave and forget. We'll check on our bees every now and then, but more or less, just leave them. Doing pretty good on combs. Oh, wow. Unwary and diligent. Nice, nice, nice. This is getting really pretty as far as this bee here. Unwary, I can't remember if diligent is better or if unwary is. I want to say unwary is. I'd have to go look at that again. So I'm gonna leave these 2 guys here with their products sitting out, because that's actually part of the example that is going to be tested later. So, and I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, I didn't need the insertion pipes." Not true. I've tried the same thing on SMP, and it doesn't do what I'm needing it to do. It just acts really stupid. So I'm using insertion pipes because they do exactly what I want them to do. So the way these insertion pipes work is it's going to try to input into whatever it's attached to, whatever inventory it's attached to. And if I can't go in there, let's say I've got a different pipe, like a pipe. Oh crap, I need smooth stone pipes. I completely forgot about that. Dang it. Well, I'm going to go sleep and get some smooth stone cooking as well. I forgot all about that. These advanced insertion pipes, or these insertion pipes, I call them advanced insertion pipes because that's what they used to be called, but they've been renamed. These insertion pipes used to, or only take in smooth stone pipes, not cobblestone pipes, which is inconvenient for our situation, but it'll be alright. I'm just going to come over here. You can quit pulverizing now. Let me take this out. You can quit pulverizing, you can quit smelting that, but instead smelt about 8 of those. And I'm going to come down here and give these puppies some fuel. And then, like I said, we'll go take a nap real quick after I dump off this cobblestone on my way, and take a look at how that's going to come along. So yeah, basically this setup is going to automatically breed our bees for us, and yeah, nifty stuff. Hopefully nothing big has changed that I'm not aware of. That's enough to get us started because I've got another smooth stone over here. It's enough to get us started. We can come over here and start a little bit of stuff. But basically what it's going to do is, if it can, it's going to try to insert into here. And say we had another pipe going this direction. If it can't fit into the insertion pipe, or if it can't fit into the inventory the insertion pipe is attached to, it's going to continue down the line. So if this kind of makes any sense, that's going to be how we're going to be breeding our bees. So this isn't going to be very pretty from the outside, which is rather unfortunate. But it'll be alright. We're going to hook up these redstone engines, which when they're hooked up to a wooden pipe like this, they're going to extract items. This will actually half our lever use, which isn't a big deal, but it actually will look decent from the outside compared to what I was thinking it was going to look like. So I'm going to have insertion pipes on the bottom of these apiaries. And then from there, we're going to hook up a stone transport pipe. So what's going to happen is when these bees die, oops, not there, there. When these bees die, or when they, let's say they produce a honeycomb, they're going to come out and in this direction, and they're going to try to go back in. Well, guess what? If it's not a princess or a drone, it can't go back in. So from there, what it's going to do, and I'm going to have to dig this out a little bit more, and let me come over here and grab some more smooth stone for piping. My engines are probably eating up energy, building up energy, I should say. Not too much energy, but still, it's being wasteful. Let me find something for it to smelt. Well, you can start smelting the sand. So I'm going to come over here and make a few more smooth stone pipes. Portals are so nifty, by the way. So what it's going to do is, like I said, it's going to try to continue down the line if it can. And in this situation, it won't be able to. Or it won't be able to go into the apiary, so it's going to be forced to go down the line. Now these one-way pipes you're going to be seeing, you're going to see the purpose of the one-way pipes here in just a second. Basically what's going to happen is these guys are going to come down here, then come over, and this is where the one-way pipe is really necessary. I want to make sure that instead of having an item go down here and go back up and then screw up and waste my time, more importantly, I'm going to put a one-way pipe here and here. And what we want is we want it so that anything that comes down this way only goes this way. And then with this one, we actually want it to start getting into some of the good stuff here. So I'm going to dig all this stuff out. And I just realized that I need another redstone engine, and you'll see why real quick. It's easy to craft, so it's not a big deal. We'll just need another piston, and we'll be able to use that extra wooden gear we have. So what it's going to do now is it's going to go one direction, and what I want is I want it to go this direction. So we're consolidating. What happened here? Why isn't that? That was weird. So we want it to only go in this one direction, which is this way. So we're going to whack it until it only goes that direction. So now it's going to go here, and what it's going to do is it's going to do the same thing. It's going to try to go into this apiarist chest. This is where all my bees are going to go, though. Keep in mind that only bees can go in here. So any of the extra drones, you've noticed that we actually normally get one extra drone in the end. Any of these guys are actually going to end up going into this chest. And I don't want any extras, in all honesty. I have no use for any extra bees. So what I'm going to do is go back to my place, because I forgot to craft a pipe. My bad. It's an easy pipe to craft. We're going to make a void pipe today. Void pipe will delete items, basically. Anything that goes into this pipe gets deleted from the world. So what we're going to do is, if it's a bee, it's going to only fit in here. And then guess what? It's going to get piped out and voided. And then we're just going to hook up some redstone here and kind of fix up this madness. So that way, if we have a bee, for example, let's just grab a bee over here that I have an abundance of, a meadows. It's a meadows drone. It's going to go flying through here. It's going to fit in this chest. And then it's going to get pulled out. It's going to get pulled out. And it's not going to show up until it gets this fight. That's just a Buildcraft bug. But you saw it did show up, and it went into that void pipe, and now it's gone. It's deleted. We don't ever have to see it again. We won't ever see it again, for that matter. And anything else, i.e. only honeycombs at this point, is going to go into our magical chest. This is going to basically be the chest where all of our output chills out. Where all of our important bee product output comes and chills out. And all of this can be pretty easily hidden, as you can see. I mean, except for a giant hole I've dug out, but I'm going to clean that up as you're seeing me do right now. And at this point, all this needs, in order to get going, is a redstone signal for these levers, or for these redstone engines. Let's get it going. These guys are going to pull out any excess, i.e. like these bees are going to get pulled out from here. And then in the end, like you can see, there's all these different things. In the end, what should happen is we should end up with a drone here and a princess at the top. Hopefully this works out the way it's supposed to. It's not doing anything. Oh good, there we go. I almost freaked out that something got changed in Buildcraft, or in Forestry. Why didn't that work? Oh, it did work. Okay, good. Oh god, I almost freaked out. Sorry, it's just I was having an issue with red power where these apiaries were side sensitive, and most machines are side sensitive. But I was worried that this apiary was being side sensitive now with Buildcraft, and it apparently is only the case whenever it's red power. So that's good. That calms me down just a little bit. I'm gonna put down these flowers again so that it kind of pretties it up. Of course, you know these flowers naturally spread over time anyways because of the apiaries being here. But it's still nice to kind of give it a nice little jump start or something. So yeah, our bees are now automated. We don't have to really worry about it. That bee is being persistent, of course. And yeah, we won't have to worry about it for ever now. Basically, these bees will automatically breed themselves, and any of our important things will come into this chest. Ta-da. We're done. That's it. I know I made it seem like a bigger ordeal than it needed to be, but part of it was because I forgot to craft about 9 different things. I need to come over here and patch this. This is going to bug me. There we go. Much better. So, yeah. Bee automation. Pretty good stuff. What I'm going to do is, between this episode and next, and if you guys don't know, I pretty much, with the way my hard drive's been acting lately, I pretty much am currently in a schedule of record a lot at once, and then upload as I go, and then record when I start running out of footage again. So I'm going to go ahead and record a few more episodes while I'm recording now, and then, of course, I'll have to upload for the next few days. And it's just kind of a cycle, a decent cycle, though. I've been able to stick with it for basically a week now, except for that one day that uploads ended up going on the fritz for me. But I'm going to put these things away. I'm probably going to eventually have to expand this crate because it's getting pretty full as it is. But I'm going to, between this episode and next, I needed that bone meal out of the way. What was I thinking? I'm going to grow some flax, and I'm going to go ahead and show you just one flax, but I'm going to end up doing it in more bulk, or like more than once. Basically, flax can be planted Obviously, it's a plant, and when it grows, it looks like this. And when you break it, it drops seeds and flax seeds, or seeds and string. Pretty exciting, but the really big thing is the string. I need lots of string right now. So what I'll probably be doing is just sitting here and doing this. So I will see you guys next time, where I will have a good supply of string so we can make a few pretty helpful things to do what we need them to do, because we're kind of, I'm personally getting a little bit annoyed with my lack of inventory space inside my actual person. Let me make sure I haven't already made something that I'm going to be making, just to make sure, because I can't remember. I play so many worlds, I kind of get mixed up. Yeah, good. Okay, I didn't think so. So yeah, let's go ahead and, or I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. I hope you guys enjoyed episode, I want to say this is episode 9 at this point. I may be wrong on that, but I want to say this is episode 9. So yeah, finally got some automation in our bee breeding. I say finally, we were actually pretty premature on that one, actually. Most people don't get to this point by now. And our apiaries are going to quit functioning, but now we've got an unwary queen. That bred up and did what I wanted it to do. I may disable automation for these two. I think I am. I'm just going to turn that lever off, and then they won't be automated. We won't have to worry about anything happening that I don't really do myself. That way, I can make sure I get the bee that I want, and then once I get the bee that I want, I'll let automation resume. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, take it easy.